Well, hello. I'm Sntino, the AC expert. And with me tonight is,
Garland Harris.
hey, Garland, thanks for being here.
You bet.
He's my rock. Well, all right, sometimes he drags me along. Or I drag him along. But when it comes to air conditioning, more than 30 years ago, in excess of 30 years, I got started in this industry. And one day you wake up and you realize you just know an awful lot about it. And I've got people calling me. You know, I have a favorite saying. It's like, nobody ever loses my business card. No matter if they like me or not. When somebody knows you know how to fix an air conditioner, or you know how to make a heater work, you know, a furnace, whatever, they don't lose your business card. And I've had those calls at 5 in the morning. And I've also had them on 4th of July. But here we are tonight, and what I want to tell you is that there are some, little things that you can do as a homeowner that would save you time and money. One of them is, what do you do if your air conditioner is not working? You realize that whatever the temperature is that you like, it's not happening anymore. So what do you do? So, Carlin, what would you do in that situation?
Well, probably the first thing is, you mean after cursing?
Well, whatever's first.
Okay. I probably wouldn't curse when I go, God, what's going on? And then I'd go over to my thermostat.
Okay. What would you expect it to tell you? Does yours talk back?
No, it doesn't.
No.
Well, I expect
Great place to go, though. It's nice to rally, get the family around, kumbaya,
I'd expect to see either something's on or something's off, or really I wanna see if some of these are kind of fancy with a program. So I want to see that if there's a temperature and it says on, and I want to see that it's working or it's off.
Point well taken. Point is, what you're looking for at that moment, because we're not the trained experts, except for Vince, the AC expert. You want to go to that thermostat and you're looking for that clue. Well, let me tell you what to do. There's about 3 or 4 things that I would like to share with you that I would like you to do. And you can do them in any order, but if you did them in the order I give them to you, and it'd probably save you a little bit of time and aggravation. Number 1, go to the circuit breaker. If you don't know where the circuit breaker is, find it. Not this very minute, but before the night's over, go find it. And if you got the ironing board and the boxes and everything piled in front of it, move them. And find out which one controls your air conditioner. Doesn't make any difference until you're hot. Okay? That's not the time to be looking. So, you want to look at it. If you don't understand what a circuit breaker does, it's just a safety, just to protect the equipment so it doesn't die, prematurely. There's a given life it's going to have. So let's keep it out. Let's protect it in such a way that it will last as long as it's designed to last. Circuit breakers, a little protection. There's a lot of reasons why they would trip, but you want to look at them in the trip position. They're not off, they're not on, they're in the middle. That's the trip. You want to turn it to the off and then turn it back to the on position. And you'll feel it. It's a very mechanical snap action in there. Click. Okay? So now you've gone to the circuit breaker. If it was tripped and you reset it, you're on the track. If it continues to trip, stop there. We don't need to go any further. The next call is to the contractor or your service repair guy. If it does, you reset it and it goes into the on position without any problems, or maybe it was in the on position. Don't know. Next thing is go to the thermostat. Now what am I going to look for at that thermostat?
Well, I'm going to look for something that says on or off.
Well, what's the temperature set at? Unless you live in a home alone, somebody could have fooled with it.
That's true.
So if you're an empty nester, or if there's no one else in the house, you probably set it once and it's there where you like it. Maybe it's a programmable style, one of those electronic ones that are programmable. Maybe there was a little momentary power glitch, or maybe it's a battery run one. The batteries are going left. There's all kinds of little things that might happen there. So how are you going to figure out which one came first? The chicken or the egg in this case? Who cares? There's all these electronic thermostats, and even the old dial type, with the little okay? Those are the mechanical style. There's usually a switch on there that is labeled fan, and then it has 2 positions, either automatic or on.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's in the automatic position, where if I've seen 1,000 thermostats, almost every one of them is in the automatic position.
All right.
Okay? Move it to the on position. If you normally can hear your air conditioner come on under normal working conditions, listen to see if it comes on. Because usually what you hear is the indoor blower. What I'm looking for, what I'm trying to clue you into here, is I want you to listen for the fan come on. If it's maybe remote stuck up in the attic or down in the basement or something and you can't hear that mechanical noise, find one of the vents and see if the air is blowing out of it. If the air is blowing out of it, that's a good indicator that a lot is right. And this here may be a real minor thing that's gone wrong. If the air doesn't come on, and I'm not talking air conditioning here, I'm not talking cool air, I'm just talking
Air.
like a fan just blowing,
Yeah.
okay? You know, a little air moving across it. They do call it air conditioning for a reason. They're going to condition the air a bit. So we just want to move some air. If the air is moving, that's going to tell, at this point, oh, another little secret I got to share with you.
Oh boy.
These new modern electronic thermostats, being programmable or non-programmable, doesn't matter. They've got a couple of safeties built in. Just like the circuit breaker's a safety, there's a couple of other little safeties built in. One of them is a 5-minute time delay. Anytime the thermostat senses a power interruption. Now, a power interruption could be because that circuit breaker snapped, or maybe there's an electrical storm. We live down here in South Florida, beautiful South Florida. In the summer, guaranteed every day at 5 o'clock it's going to rain, there's going to be lightning associated with power interruptions for some people at times. Power interruption, that thermostat is going to say, wait a minute, I'm not going to do anything for 5 minutes. It's got built-in logic that says, for the next 5 minutes, I'm just going to sit here and wait. Now, there's reasons why, and we're not going to go into that, but there's reasons why. It's another safety, built-in safety. So there's a lot, there could be a couple of redundant 5-minute safeties in there, but they're just going to work in tandem with each other. They're not going to be additive. They're all working within the same 5-minute period.
Okay.
So the way to get around that, if you move the temperature setting and nothing happens, is to go ahead and set that fan switch to the on position. You bypassed all those time delay settings. Another time delay setting is, let's say you want it at 75 degrees, and you look at it and it's at 76, you push 75, and your wife hollers, don't touch that thermostat, and you put it back to 76, and you say, I'll fix it, and I'll put it to 77, and then you go, no, I'm a nice guy, I'll put it back to 75 where she wants it, or 76, I forget what I just said. And so now what have you done? You've gone up and down, and the thermostat says, hold it. They don't know what they want. I'm going to wait and give them a couple of minutes here. A jiggle factor. Let's let
Jiggle
them,
factor.
Yeah, let's let it hold on a second here till I see one temperature for a period of time, then I'll try and go there. I can eliminate built-in time delays and jiggle factor by just going to the on position with the fan switch. If the fan comes on, that told you a lot. You'll want to wait your 5 minutes and stop jiggling with it. Give it 5, and these are simple devices. If it takes 6¼ minutes, who cares? It's still going to take a period of 5 minutes-ish, all right? Give it that amount of time. If everything came back on, hey, you just saved yourself. How much is a service call? Depending on what part of the country, but I don't think anything, you can get one anywhere for less than $100, can you?
Sure, right.
Come on, we're friends here, we're just talking. It's $100 is just a number we're using. Whatever it is in your neighborhood, that's what it's going to cost, but we just saved you that. Was this worth that a couple of minutes? If you think so. I've got another one I'd like to share with you. But first, I need you to go to Vince. I don't want to put down Vincent. Come on, we're friends with him. Vince at theacexpert.com. Let me spell that for you. Vince, V-I-N-C-E, at the, T-H-E, A-C, you don't need a slash, you don't need any of that stuff. Just put A-C, expert, E-X-P-E-R-T.com. Remember, when you go to Vince at theacexpert.com, just go there, click on the link, and I will send you a response back that will get you to my next money-saving tip.
Let's hear this one.
Oh, you like this one?
I do.
I bet you do. This one will be, I want to make sure I get it right here. Let me get it. Okay. Preserve that most precious resource. Or, said another way, is how a 98-cent AC filter cost me $100. Hey, thanks. See you next time.
All right.